What is going on? You are tuned into WBSU Bulldog Nation Radio. I am Aiden B.
Dream Break Show.
Jose.
And this is another show Thursday of Across the Waves. Today we're going to do stuff a little bit different. This show is solely about our guests. We literally have a celebrity in the building, a star, a legend. You might as well call her a legend now because it's coming. Today's guest is a DMV star, an original of her time. There's not a voice on this earth like hers. She has been in rooms with countless notable people such as Mariah Carey, Adam Blackstone, Lionel Richie, and so many more. She is currently blowing the mind of millions as she's competing on American Idol right now. If you don't know her, you have been living under a rock. Please help us welcome the one, the only, the incomparable Gabby Samone. Thank you.
I don't know why I'm so nervous right now.
You nervous?
I don't know why.
That's crazy being that you're performing in front of millions of people.
I know, it's weird. It's really weird. I get nervous. Listen, I get super nervous.
I mean, that's understandable, though. It shows that you're humble, though. You know, they say if you don't get nervous, that's when they say you're arrogant or whatnot. It shows that you're humble. But first of all, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule just to be here with Little Will Across the Waves. So let's get right into the interview. How did your journey into music begin? Like, what was that moment that made you think to yourself, yeah, this is what I want to do professionally?
When did my journey begin? I mean, I've been singing like all my life. Like, I have a real big family. It's like 8 of us. So my dad sings. He can sing. He's probably my favorite singer. Mm-hmm. He can sing down, and my brothers and my sisters, they all sing. So it was just in me my whole life. My first time singing was actually, I was like 7 or 8, and it was in church. So definitely, church is definitely what made me want to sing. And yeah, my first song was actually a song named "I Need Thee," and yeah, that's when I knew I wanted to sing.
Mm-hmm. And what was your how was growing up in Baltimore impacted where you are today?
I mean, y'all know, yeah, Baltimore is right down the street. It was really, so I'm the youngest. So I wasn't really in the streets like that. You know, my siblings, they were more so in the streets. I learned from them. But we grew up, you know, lower middle class. We didn't really have too much. All of us we were all in one house. And my parents, I love my parents to death. They're probably two of the most selfless people that I know. So they would take people in, and yeah, even in the midst of our struggle, they would take people in. I would say that it's made me strong. It's made me very resourceful, because my parents they were resourceful. They had to do what they had to do, you know. And my mother, she had a food pantry. And if we didn't have food, we never went without, because my mother was so resourceful, my dad was so resourceful, and he was a grinder. They were hustlers. Both of them were hustlers. So we never went without. But you know, I watched them struggle, and I watched them, you know, try to do for us, and they did, and they hit a lot of the struggles. So I would say it has definitely impacted my work ethic, and just how I view the world, and how I view people. You know, nobody is better than anybody. You know, everybody goes through things. And yeah, my parents, they're two of my biggest inspirations.
We love the parents. Knowing that you've been in rooms with like big name celebrities like Mariah Carey, Lionel Richie, who would you say is your biggest musical inspiration?
My biggest musical inspiration, I mean, she's not here anymore. Whitney Houston. I would say I studied her growing up. I still study her. I watched probably every video on YouTube, every video that's out of her. And yeah, she's really been one of my biggest inspirations. Just, you know, the way that she gives honor to God, you know, through everything that she's gone through, you know, she still gives an honor to God, and, you know, she does her thing. So I'm an R&B pop artists, and you know, Whitney, she grew up in the church. I grew up in the church, but she still did her pop, her R&B, and I feel like she still touched the world, you know, with her voice, and she inspired a lot of people, and that's something that I want to do. And watching her really made me, you know, believe that I can do that. Mariah Carey too, Mariah Carey as well. So meeting her was crazy. Meeting her was really like mind blowing. But yeah, I would say Whitney Houston.
So, being that you're around a lot of celebrities, have you ever gotten starstruck?
Yes, I have. I would, but you know what? I'm like such a chill person. Like I'm really chill. If y'all don't know me, I'm really like calm. So, my reactions are not like reactions. I don't think people like my reactions because I really be chilling. But I really just be in awe though. Like when I met her, I was in awe. Like, but I guess like my managers can tell you, my parents can tell you, they're like, are you not excited? I'm like, what? I'm in a room with Mariah Carey. Of course I'm excited. What do you want me to do? What do you want me like jump up and down? That's not me. But yes, I've definitely been starstruck. But I guess my reactions never really tell that.
How do you show your confidence without it coming off as arrogance, like, you know, being on American Idol and all that you've been through?
So that's actually a crazy question because my confidence is is still growing. I feel like I'm still finding myself not only as an artist but just as a young woman, as a human being. Like I said, I grew up with a whole bunch of siblings, and it's so many different personalities, and you know, it's really hard it's really hard trying to find yourself when you're surrounded by so many different personalities, you know, and so many different in one house, you know. So it was really hard trying to find myself growing up, and my confidence just wasn't there. My self-worth just wasn't there for a while, and I'm really just stepping into my, you know, myself, becoming who I am, and yeah, it's really been hard actually. I know my audition, if you guys haven't saw, the judges were saying, you know, you were nervous and stuff like that, and I was shaking my kneecaps, I was shaking my boots, but they told me, you know, to just be more confident. And I feel like, you know, as the competition goes on, you know, people will see the confidence build, and just as I grow as an artist, people will see the confidence build, because I already feel better. I already feel better, and I already feel, you know, like I'm coming into myself. But I'm only 23, so I was about to say 22. I just turned 23, so so I'm still trying to get used to saying it. But yeah, you know, some people don't find themselves until in their 30s. So yeah, I feel like it's still growing. It's still growing, and yeah, you just gotta. During this whole competition, I just was talking to myself, like, you know, they don't know that you're insecure about these things. They don't know you. They don't know how, you know, nervous you are. So you just gotta come off as you just gotta be yourself, and like exude confidence, even when you're nervous, even when you're like scared. I'm scared. This is a scary career. This is a scary industry. So you just got to do it scared. You got to do it, you know, afraid. You got to do it no matter how you feel, because it's all gonna be worth it in the end. And when you do it, it builds you. It builds your character. So that's what's going on right now. It's growing. The confidence is growing.
You just gotta do it.
Yeah.
But since we're on the topic of American Idol, we see that you've been killing it on American Idol. Like, you've been doing your thing. But we know that you're also not new to performing. So is there anything, how do you prepare for a show? Is there any, like, routine that you get, like, ready for? Traditions you have? So
my manager, who's also my vocal coach, and all of the things, we work together very closely. We do a lot of training, actually. I was just with him yesterday, vocal coaching, and so what we do, since I get super nervous, and the nerves sometimes can take over, and you can hear it in my voice, you can hear it, you can see it, so we were jump roping. I was jump roping and singing at the same time. Just doing things like that, you know, it prepares you and prepares you for the stage because, you know, jump roping and singing, it's like, it's way more than the nerves will be on stage, but it prepares you, you know, beyond what you need, you know. So that's what we do. We do a lot of physical training, running and jumping and all of that, and singing at the same time, and a lot of development. I feel like development is like a lost art in the industry, and working with my managers, dream launchers, we've like gone back to development and you know, focusing on even like interviews and things like that. Like we focus on what we're gonna say and how we're gonna do things on stage. And even if I don't do everything, it still prepares me for when the nerves take over. I won't just be up there talking and blabbing or singing off and all of that. So we get together a lot and train basically.
So we talked about American Idol, but let's talk a little bit about your music. So is there a specific song or performance that stands out to you as a turning point in your career?
A specific song, I would say, so For Women at the Kennedy Center. I sang For Women at the Kennedy Center, and you were there.
Yeah.
That was a turning point in my career, I would say. I did that at the BMCs, the Black Music Collective, and that's where Mariah Carey and Lenny Kravitz and all of the stars and stuff, they were there, and I feel like that was a huge turning point in my career, you know, because these are people that I look up to that were clapping and applauding me and coming up to me and all of that. That was a huge turning point because it really solidified like my beliefs and my thoughts, you know, like this is where I'm supposed to be. You know, I'm around all of these stars, they've been doing it for years, and you know, I'm getting standing O's from them. So that was a huge turning point in my career. I felt like I had to step into the bag for real. I had to step into myself. So.
And can you describe your feelings of how it felt to release your first song?
Very nerve-wracking. It is very nerve-wracking because I have a hard time being vulnerable, and those songs I wrote, those were songs that I wrote, and it was scary. I didn't know how people would react to it. You know, I didn't know. I just didn't know. It was very scary because I didn't know. It was something new for me. You know, talking about myself and putting my heart out there. So yeah, it was nerve-wracking.
So I know artists, multiple artists, they have like songs that they just keep in the vault. So like, what songs do you like? Which songs do you choose that you go perform, or like you just go to keep or just save it for later?
So I've been doing a lot of covers. I do a lot of covers because I'm still, you know, putting music out and things like that. But I feel like you do what you feel. I whatever I'm feeling in that moment, I do, and whatever I'm, you know, comfortable with as well. But also read the room. I read the room, read the demographic and things like that, and that's what I go off of when it's time to perform.
So we know that you said your genre of music is R&B pop. You said pop, right?
Yeah.
So how did you choose R&B pop? Like, what made you say this is the genre that I need to be in, as opposed to like gospel or maybe country? Yeah.
So you know what's crazy? I said R&B pop, but I really wish it was like a genre that was just storytelling genre. Like because I want to do it all. I don't want to just do R&B pop. I want to do it all. Like I have a song that's kind of country crossover, 21 and a half. So I feel like I wouldn't even box myself into R&B pop. I do have a lot of R&B and pop songs, but I'm a writer, and I write about my life, and no matter what genre it is, I'll still put it out. So yeah, I would just say it's like storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
It's really not a genre that I would specifically, put myself into.
First of all, you did your thizzle with 21 and a half. 21. That's my jam right there.
Thank you.
Go ahead, John.
What would you say has been the most rewarding experience of your career?
The most rewarding experience. It's a few of them actually, but I would say the most rewarding, thing about just being an artist. I'm gonna just say that is being able to bring my parents with me, being able to bring my mom out with me to LA and things like that, and watch her experience stuff. My mom, she's the one who gets starstruck. She's the one who gets starstruck. I remember one time, what is his name? LL Cool J. He walked past us, and I try to tell my mom, like, I try to prepare her, like, okay, it's gonna be people here, so don't go crazy. But she saw him, and she made a little noise, and he turned around and was like, "How you doing?" And she, yeah. But things like that really makes me happy, because they've raised 8 children. They didn't really get a chance to experience life. My mom, she had her first child at 20, and she's 60. She's about to be 60 in a few months, and my dad is 60, about to be 61. So they haven't really got to experience the things that I'm experiencing, and even my siblings. So it's really, that's the most rewarding part, I would say. Just showing my parents the world, and making my whole family proud.
That's amazing.
How do you handle pressure while performing or recording in the studio?
How do I handle the pressure?
Yeah. If you feel it.
Yeah. It's definitely pressure. I would say the only pressure is for right now, it's probably time. It's probably time, trying to manage my time, trying to manage my life. I'm still a working artist. I'm still a starving artist. I would say that. I'm independent. I work, and I have bills. So, music doesn't always pay the bills, especially when you're just starting. I would say that's the most. That's probably the most difficult thing, is trying to manage your schedule, and not, go under. Like, I gotta pay my bills, so I'm gonna work. I work overnight, so so I can have my days to be an artist. So that would be the most complicated thing. And you know what else? Social media is complicated to me. Social media is really, I'm really trying to be more social and more active on social media. I'm not really the social media guru. So I would say just being more vulnerable on media and showing myself, like, off camera I can be, me. Like, I'm chilling, I'm geeking, I'm like me. I'm the best me off camera. But once the camera comes on, it's like I get a little stiff, and it's hard to really be yourself sometimes on camera. So that's really hard too. But yeah, I wouldn't say it's pressure. The pressure would be just trying to manage my time.
Yeah. So I know that you. I'm sorry. Shout out OT. That's the director of communications. But I know you mentioned being an independent artist. Would you ever consider signing to a record label, being all the demands that they have, especially time management would be really big with that, and then also, them leaving things out of the contract and all of the money that you have to spend and money that you don't get and whatnot.
That conversation always comes up. I feel like it's always a great conversation to have, especially with your team, just about, adding other entities, like big recording records and things like that. I really appreciate the independence. I really appreciate that, because you just own more of your rights, and I feel like, once the recording contracts come in, which I'm not really super against, I feel like we have to sit down and we would have to talk it out, But I feel like being independent is in right now. It's a hustle. It's a crazy hustle, but I feel like the independent route is in. But if the deal is right, if it comes correct, I wouldn't pass it either. It's always good sometimes to have like a machine behind you, so you won't have to work as hard, grinding, killing yourself. But it's all worth it at the end too, grinding and doing it all yourself, because you get to keep more of your rights and stuff like that. But if the right deal comes along, I wouldn't mind it.
Mm-hmm. In your opinion, how important is the relationship between the artist and their fans?
It's very important. Mm-hmm. It is very important. Just to have a connection with them, because they're the ones that you're doing it for. Mm-hmm. They are. So I have my family, and then I have my fans, my supporters, which are like my family as well. Like my family go hard for me, mm-hmm. and then it's them. They're gonna go hard for me too. So on social media, sometimes I get like bad comments, things like that. Of course. And my supporters, they go in on some people for me. So it's like, it's very important to have that, to have that support system outside of, my family. I grew up in a big family, so it's really weird sometimes going outside of them and trying to interact with other people. Mm-hmm. But my supporters are like my family now. They're really like my family now. I'm getting more comfortable with just talking to them and talking about them. It's really weird having a whole bunch of people support you. Mm-hmm. I'm really kind of introverted, so it's really weird trying to talk to all of these people, mm-hmm. and things like that. But it's important. So, and I love them. Mm-hmm. They support me so much. So it's not even a question. So I have to really start to get more vulnerable with them and talk to them more, because they're my family. They're like another family.
So I know you just mentioned that sometimes you get bad comments, of course, mm-hmm. but how does it make you feel when you do see your supporters like ride for you crazy, like how they do when they go at the person that was mm-hmm. saying the bad stuff? Yeah,
it makes me feel like I don't even have to say nothing. I don't even have to do nothing. My managers, my parents, they get on me sometimes about reading the comments and stuff like that. But I'm human, and sometimes I go and I look, and I see the good comments, and then there's that one bad one, mm-hmm. and it's so hard to not say something back. So when my supporters do it, I'm like, oh, all right, I'm not gonna worry about it, because mm-hmm. as soon as they see that comment, they got my back. Mm-hmm. So it's really they go hard for me. So I appreciate it.
Well, I'm glad that you got good people around you, good managers around you to tell you, to encourage you, not to look at the comments or not to let the comments affect you, because personally, I don't know about me.
You have to look like.
Who are you talking to?
It's so hard. It's really hard not to look, but you have to. And then some of them just stick out. So and you read it. It's hard. It's hard not to read them.
I'll look at them and be like, whatever, bro. I'm off these.
But you gotta think like it'll probably be like 5 bad comments out of 1,000 or 500 comments. So, mm-hmm. but those are
the ones that get to you.
Yeah, yes. So, you just gotta look at it like, okay, they're miserable.
Then there be somebody that's sitting in the basement of their parents' house.
Like, followers.
Can't sing, can't dance, can't do
You worry about me not making you any money. Go do something.
Exactly.
Don't even worry about it.
And that's how you gotta look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah. But what's the dream collab for you? Like, who do you wish you could collab with? I said Dead or Alive.
So are we talking about current artists or just, anybody.
Anybody.
That's hard. It's so many people. I'm gonna say some current artists right now that I really like right now. SZA, I would want to collab with her. Her. Mm-hmm. Yeah, y'all know her name is Gabby Wilson, right?
Yeah.
So,
that's actually
and you know what's crazy? My last name is Williams. So it's like, yeah, we definitely have to collab. Yeah. Gabrielle Williams, Gabby Wilson, like, yeah, that's gonna happen. But definitely her, SZA, Coco Jones.
Oh, I like Coco.
Yeah, it's a lot of people.
Yeah,
it's a lot of people.
I would just say that with everybody.
I think you should.
This one.
I think you should collab with Reverend Cornell.
Oh,
he was singing "Wade in the Water" over there. He was singing "Wade in the Water" over there.
But what y'all don't know is Cornell is actually an amazing musician and writer. He can write. He be trying. But you know what? Yes. So he keeps it separate. They try to keep the management separate from like the music. They don't try to hop on that wave with me. But they're really, both of them, they're really great writers and musicians. And they're really good.
So what's one thing that you want your listeners to take from your music?
I would say, based off of what I dropped already, is that no matter where you are in life, to keep going, to be yourself, and to not worry about the next person, to not worry about how successful this person is, how down this person is, worry about you and how you're going to get to where you want to be. And I would say just believe in yourself, like, completely. You got to bet on yourself. This is not an easy journey, like, at all. And not just, artistry, not just musicians and entertainers, just life. Life is not an easy walk. It's a lot of ups and downs. And sometimes you just got to focus on yourself. Sometimes you just got to be alone and deal with the person inside first. Mm-hmm. So I would say love yourself first before you try to, love others and things like that. I would say love yourself first. Be completely in tune with yourself.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm curious. If you weren't an artist, what would you be doing with your life?
You know what's crazy? So I went to Bowie. I told you. Mm-hmm. I went to Bowie for like don't laugh at me. It's embarrassing. I went to Bowie for like 2 weeks, and I dropped out.
I don't blame you.
2 weeks?
I don't blame you.
Hey, not too much.
No. So
I was about to come to Bowie.
No, so I graduated during the pandemic, and we were online, and I was not feeling it.
Okay, that's different online. Yeah.
And I don't want to make no excuses because I definitely not dry. I didn't even give it a chance.
2 weeks.
But yes, 2 weeks. But I took up psychology.
Okay.
So maybe I probably would have been in that field. I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah. I don't know. You know what? Actually, I graduated from Emerson Westside High School. That's West Baltimore, Maryland. Mm-hmm. And that was a trade school, and I took up cosmetology. So I would probably be doing hair for sure. I would probably be doing hair and makeup, all that.
To get to
Dream from West Baltimore.
You are?
I'm from Baltimore County. Windsor Mill.
What school you go to?
Newtown in Deer Park.
Oh, okay.
I'm from DC. I don't know none of that stuff.
I know. Stay over there.
I'm from Bowie. Say ew.
I ain't say
but I know you, not to get too religious. I mean, I don't mind getting religious. But, I know you said that you stayed at Bowie for 2 weeks, but God obviously knew exactly what he was doing because look at your success now.
Yes.
So just imagine if you had stayed at Bowie. I mean, you probably still would have been successful because your voice is amazing, but you might not have met the people that you met from leaving Bowie. So,
and that's what I tell people. Like, your path is your path. Like, you can't worry about everybody else and what they're doing and all of that. Like, my brother, he went to Bowie, and my brother has always been like super, like, I wouldn't say nerdy, but he's super studious. I'm gonna say that. and he's always been good at that. He's always been good at the school thing and things like that. And he graduated not too long ago. Keith, I don't know if y'all know him, Keith Williams. He played football and
That
all
name
of that.
rings a bell.
Yeah. And it's like it's things like that. Like he's successful at what he's doing right now because he went to school. And I feel like that wouldn't have been my path. If I took up psychology. Like what was I doing? Why did I do that? And but I would definitely go back to school. I'm not knocking school at all. Like I feel strongly about education. But your path is your path. So yeah.
What's a fun fact about you that your fans wouldn't know or don't know?
A fun fact. So, Cornell, he laughing over there because I have this like phobia, this crazy weird phobia. Like I don't like spit. So I mean that's not a crazy phobia, but but let me tell y'all what I do though. So whenever I go out to eat, I have to have a napkin over my food. Like no matter what, I have napkins over my food, have napkins over my drink, and I would like take it off and like eat, put it back over my food.
Oh
like,
my god!
That's not crazy. Bro.
No, I can't do spit, and if I see spit on the ground, I just get so disgusted. Yeah, and I don't like walking in grass because I don't know if y'all spit in the grass. It's I don't know. Spit it freaks me out. I don't like it.
So is it more like just spit or germs?
Both. I guess that's both.
The same person.
All the above.
Dream said they the same person.
I'm a germaphobe real bad.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Dream, oh Lord. Anyways.
No.
Have you ever thought about like collabing with like a college dance team or anything like that?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
She's a captain.
The captain of the
Dancing Divas.
Let me some songs that's coming out in the near future. We were actually talking about like what is it? Homecoming. Like I wanted to do like a homecoming. Beyonce, she had her homecoming.
Yes, I love it.
I've always had that dream. Like I really want the dancers behind me with the horns and the whole band.
No more.
And stuff like that. I think that would go crazy.
Say no more. We right here.
Captain of the baseline right there.
Oh, for real?
Captain of the
drum line.
Oh, so we
There's a lot of captains.
So we need to have a meeting after this. That's what I'm saying. That would go
whatever.
crazy, though. I always wanted to do something like that.
I love it.
What do you do to unwind after being so busy?
Go to sleep.
Yeah.
I go to sleep.
That's real.
Lately, I feel like I can just go to sleep anywhere.
Oh, who you telling?
Who are you telling?
No, but I definitely I chill with my peoples. Me and my family we were really close knit. So I recently just got my own place. So I go to my parents' house a lot.
I can imagine.
Yeah, I go to that house.
Congrats
for
on
everything.
that.
Thank you.
No.
23
and have your own place.
Thank you. I have a roommate. Me and my cousin actually moved. We got a house together.
That sounds fun, actually.
Yeah.
It's still something. Hey.
Right.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yes, but I feel like I'm over my parents' house more than I'm home.
Yeah, I feel like that would be me too,
Yeah.
for sure.
For sure, yeah, I'm definitely there. I'm stealing their tissue, stealing everything.
Do you cook?
I do.
Oh.
That's something else I would be. I would be a chef. I want to open my own restaurant, actually.
Oh my gosh, do it all.
I love to cook.
Yeah.
Samone's cuisine.
I was thinking
Yeah,
we're doing the same thing.
yeah. I'm gonna cut you a little check for that.
No, I just want food. You don't even gotta give me money.
No,
Yeah.
literally.
But let's talk about, let's go back to your music. Is there anything new that the people can expect?
Yeah. It's my music is y'all gonna be really surprised based on what I've already dropped. It's like a whole different side of me. It's a whole different side of me, and I feel like as I get older, my music changes with me, and y'all are just about to see a whole different side of me, and I can't wait to share this music.
Looking forward
Well,
to
we
it.
can't wait to
We can't wait to
see,
Get ready to dance.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
You ready? Y'all ready?
All five
ready.
senses.
I might not be able to dance. I can hit a little two-step.
Okay, two-step.
We need the 2 steps in the back.
But we got 2 more questions for you. So, what advice would you give to an aspiring artist?
I would say be your most authentic self. There are so many people out there trying to do what you are doing, and the people who are winning are the most authentic people. Doechii, for example, she's extremely authentic, and she comes off super duper, humble and genuine with her artistry. So I would say be your authentic self and be humble, pray, stay grounded. So my prayer is always to stay humble, because sometimes you get in your head and you meet all these people and you start feeling yourself, but I never want to ever have that happen to me. So my prayer is always to keep me humble, no matter no matter where you take me, because with him I know I can go far. So I just tell him, Lord, no matter what, no matter where you take me, no matter how many people I'm in front of, Lord, please keep me humble. So stay humble, stay grounded, and just keep good people around you. That's a big thing. Don't get scared away. It's a lot of people that wants to come into your circle sometimes when you start to do things and get recognition, but just have the discernment to know when to walk away from people.
Yep. Evangelist. Hallelujah. And the last and most important question, where can the people find you? What social media platforms can they follow you on?
So y'all can follow me on all social media platforms at Gabby Samone Music. Gabby, Gabby Samone Music.
Boom. And
Perfect.
that was Gabby Samone.
I got my soundboard.
Thank you again for coming through.
Thank you for having me.
Making time out of your busy schedule. Shout out to Reverend Cornell for making this happen. Yes, sir, we appreciate that. Reverend. We appreciate that. And this is Across the Waves on WBSU Bulldog Nation Radio. I'm Aiden B.
I'm Dream Burchell.
Jose.
And we are out.